Oh, just use. Hello, everyone. Give everybody a second to take a seat, and then we'll go ahead and get started in session A. I'm going to go ahead and announce our next speaker. If I don't know you guys, my name's Casey Bradley, and I am a Research and Extension Associate in the Forestry and Natural Resources program here at Kentucky State University. And I'm very happy to announce our next speaker. This is Sharon Spencer with the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, and she is going to speak with us about direct farm marketing. Welcome, Sharon.
Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. I always love being over here at KSU because, of course, it's like right in my backyard. So I always like getting to have to work over here. Everybody doing okay? Okay, now I know everybody had turkey and dressing and everything for lunch, and you know what that does. Makes you sleepy, right? So if you all snore, I'm going to come over and take a picture, and I'm going to wake you up. So everybody wants to know about direct farm marketing, right? Right? This is where I like interaction, going, yes. So before I get to really the direct farm marketing, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the programs that we have with Kentucky Department of Agriculture. So that's where I work. I'm in the Office of Marketing, and I'm in the Direct Farm Marketing Division. So we cover farmers markets, agritourism, CSAs, and we also do the farm to fork. Then we also do a little bit of anything and everything. So we've got a program that is in the Office of Marketing for agriculture here in the state of Kentucky that is called Kentucky Proud. So anything that is grown, raised, produced, or manufactured here in the state of Kentucky with an agriculture value can be Kentucky Proud. Absolutely free marketing program for you to join. I'm going to get rid of this other mic before I knock it off. Absolutely free for you to join. This program is just real simple. You go online at kyproud.com. We want to make for sure, though, that when you go to sign up, that you have a product that you're going to be marketing off from the farm that you're going to be selling directly to your consumers. But again, absolutely free. The focus on this is to make for sure that we can increase your farm gate revenue. That's the big thing, and we're very blessed with this program because how many has heard of the tobacco buyout or the tobacco settlement? We're blessed here in Kentucky because when the funds come in from the Kentucky from the tobacco companies and that money comes in, other states I've heard and I've talked to, they say it goes into a general fund. What happens when money goes into a general fund? It does get lost. So here in Kentucky, we're very blessed because a portion of that money comes back in, and it comes back into our farmers. So the tobacco growers, the tobacco producers, the growers, and I can truly say I think I'm now 10 years clean of raising tobacco. I said I feel like I'm in a self-help plan. We used to grow, we had 100 acres of tobacco that we grew. And so do I miss it? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But we planned our whole life around that. And so people was getting into that, and they said, okay, now that I'm out, what do I do? So that's where that tobacco settlement money came in. It made it where you can diversify your farms. Diversifying into possibly horticulture, agritourism operations, and everything as well. So along with, is anybody listed in any of these 54 counties? As I was going to say, you guys are. I was going to say there's a few. You all can raise your hands. You all can talk or ask questions as we go along. I don't mind that whatsoever. I like feedback. When we had the COVID days and we had the Zoom calls, I hated that because I had no feedback. Everybody just sat there and stared at me. So I love feedback. Appalachia Proud. This was when we had a commissioner who was traveling across the state of Kentucky, and he went to Eastern Kentucky. And there was a lot of folks that said, we want ourselves to stand out more than anybody else. Right, Ronella? We want our products to stand out different than just a normal Kentucky Proud. So that was kind of the birthplace of Appalachia Proud. If you are in Kentucky Proud, and if you are listed in one of these counties, you are automatically entered into the Appalachia Proud. So you can use that program to market your products that you've got, or you can use the Kentucky Proud logo that we had up here on the other screen. So my next question is, do I have any veterans in the room or anybody that is active military? First of all, thank you all so much for your service. We greatly appreciate it. The next program that I'm very proud of is we have a Homegrown by Heroes program. Are you all Kentucky Proud members? Do you all know about the Homegrown by Heroes? No. Well, you do now. I'm going to tell you all about it. This program is for our veteran farmers and also our active military. So all I have to have is a copy of your DD-214, or if you're active military, I need to have a letter from your commanding officer just stating that you stand on good standards or whatever, but of course showing that you are veteran or active military, and we can get you set up in the Homegrown by Heroes program. Now, tell you another little secret about this. Kentucky started this first. It was really cool. Just went to a Farmers Veteran Conference, Coalition Conference in St. Louis, Kansas, I forgot where I went, Kansas City, Missouri. And I went there and I said, oh, Homegrown by Heroes. And they said, you're from Kentucky? And I said, yeah. And they said, you started that program. So we started this program here first. So we're very proud of that. And we've got other states copying off from us. That doesn't happen very often, but we've got 279 members of that, and hopefully the 2 here that didn't know about it will get you signed up and we'll get you set up for that. So a couple of opportunities, if you're a Kentucky Proud member, we've got a program that's called Buy Local. Buy Local used to be called Restaurant Rewards. This is a program where you can work directly with your chefs, your restaurants, caterers, anybody that does a food service, and you can work directly with them. If you're a Kentucky Proud member, they can join in as a Kentucky Proud Buy Local member. And what you can do, you can source your products and sell directly to those restaurants. The difference that this program has made, first of all, it's getting you a new customer. It's getting you that restaurant. It's getting you that chef to buy your products from. Somebody said, well, Sharon, that's pretty good. And then I'll say, and then the restaurant can possibly get up to 15% of what they purchase from you back through this Buy Local program. So somebody said, that doesn't do me no good. I don't get money back. First of all, you're getting a new customer to market your products to. Next, your name may be going on the farm to table menu for that night. So it's always a great opportunity when you get out and you can get that money. You can get a new customer, you can get new marketing and advertising. So if you look at this, total Buy Local direct farm impact purchases, $13.1 million. That's pretty good, right? That's money that's coming back into our Kentucky producers. So another program we've got is called Farm to Fork Grant. It's a $750 grant that we have to where if you decide that you want to host a Farm to Fork dinner, and you've got a charity that you're going to be raising funds for. This is a great opportunity for you to get exposure to agriculture. It's a great opportunity for ag education once you get people out on your farm. And a lot of times these are hosted out on our farms, on our producers' farms. They do fundraising, again, for a 501c3, which can be your 4-H, your FFA. It could be any churches, any of your charities. It could be food banks. We had one up in Greenup County. How many knows where Greenup County is? It's kind of up close to the Ohio border, kind of more up northern Kentucky. They hosted one at the Greenup County at Amel's Greenhouse. The first year they had over 400 people attend. They didn't think it was going to be a big turnout. And this last year, they probably had about 700 to 800 people that attended this event. They did fundraiser for McConnell House, which is a tourism office, 4-H, and FFA. They raised over $41,000 for those. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? That's a lot of money to raise. But the big thing is it's brought the agriculture community as well as the business community together. So you get talking about agriculture, so when you want to host special events or do anything that maybe you want to have on the farm, they're the first ones to jump up and they want to sponsor. So they've done great opportunities. We've had a lot of these across our state and raised monies for a lot of our charities. And I think, Ronella, you all just had one and everything too this year. How many does that make? 4? 3? Yeah. Yeah, because I was going to say, because you all have had five just this year. So being a member of Kentucky Proud also gives you an opportunity for promotional grant. So this is a 50-50 cost share. So you got to spend money to make a little bit of money. But this can help you with marketing. It can help you with advertising. Does anybody do direct sales meats? So does anybody process meats? So, do what? I'm sorry, sir? Not yet, but you're going to, because you're going to be Kentucky Proud and you're going to be homegrown by heroes too. So we'll get you a meat producer too, or a meat processor. I can just come talk to me afterwards, and I'll get you signed up for everything. Kentucky Proud grant. This is a opportunity for farmers markets. They can apply for this, and that can help them with cost, with marketing, advertising, social media, website development. And it can also help you possibly with box. So if you do CSAs, you can get boxes that's got a Kentucky Proud. You've got to make for sure that it's got the Kentucky Proud, the Appalachia Proud, or the Homegrown by Heroes logo on it. You can get up to $8,000 a year, and then you can get up to a cap of $36,000. So these will give you a few ideas of things that you can use the money for. The thing is, though, please make for sure that you send the application in beforehand, get it approved, make sure the contract is signed before you spend any money. Because if you spend anything before the approval date, you're not going to get reimbursed for that. So always remember, get approval first, get the contract in hand, and then go out and spend your money. This gives you some opportunities. Tanya Cherry from Cherry Farms from down in Allen County. What is that? The trailer that they've got, they did a vehicle wrap. And she takes that to all of the farmers markets. She takes that to the processors when she picks everything up. What is that? Advertisement. It's a running billboard. You know, people say they want to do, oops, I got slap happy there, I guess. But it's a running billboard because every place that you go, every place she had it at her farm to fork, and it was a backdrop for photos. What is that doing for her? That's promoting her business. So take advantage of those opportunities. It helps you with packaging, shirts, hats, anything that you may want to do. So Kentucky Proud Advertising and Marketing, what we do in our office, we try to do as much marketing as we can for our Kentucky Proud producers. We start out in the beginning of the year with our farmers markets. So when the farmers markets are getting ready to open, we start our farmers market campaign. We start doing things on social media. You'll hear things on radio. You'll see some advertisements and stuff in the newspaper. But we do a lot of special sponsored ads and everything on Instagram and also on our website and our Facebook page. Not only that, we try to go throughout the season and we try to look at all of our commodities that we try to represent. The horse industry. So what happens the first Saturday in May? The Derby, and you just heard him talk. Hopefully he'll have a Derby winner one day or whatever. Beautiful horses is what he had. And if the shorts and the shirt worked, hey, I wouldn't push my luck. I'd keep wearing that every single race I'd go to. But we try to focus. So Commissioner Shell actually did a video. Very excited to have Commissioner Shell and everything on staff. He's our new commissioner and everything of agriculture, and so he's just so gung-ho on doing everything in marketing, especially farmers markets and agritourism locations. But he did the video and everything talking about the different groups and tourism here in Kentucky and talking about our horses. Christmas trees. Anybody grows Christmas trees? Are thinking of getting into it? I went to a Christmas Tree Grower Association meeting, and the numbers just continue to grow and grow with that. There's more and more interest, but again, you're looking at about 8 to 10 years before you have a product that you're going to be able to sell, but we're getting more folks that's interested in doing that. So does anybody know when Miss Kentucky is crowned, she becomes an employee of Kentucky Department of Agriculture and a spokesperson for Kentucky Proud? So this is pretty cool. This is our last. And if you notice, the real cute, handsome guy that I've got in here is Miss Fran McCall's son, Lane. Lane was showing Mallory Hudson, our previous Miss Kentucky, on rabbits. But we have them exposed to a lot of things. Alex Frankie, that's over here with the video, she'll probably go down in history as being Miss Kentucky for 2 years because she hit right around COVID time. And so she came to us and she said, I'm bored. I want to do something. And we're like, okay, well, what do you like to do? She loved to video. And so these are her video cameras. She had cameras. She went out to all of our farms and started doing videos. So she would post this on the Miss Kentucky Scholarship pageant or program Facebook page. That's a different audience than what I have or what our farmers market has. So she's educating folks on that. Miss Chapel Tinius, she is a great fiddle player, or violin, fiddle, I say fiddle. Very much entertainer. She loves to come out and talk agriculture. She was at the Maysville Downtown Farmers Market judging an apple pie contest. I think she had to eat 15 pieces of pie or whatever to judge that contest. So if you all are interested in having her come out to a farmer's market, I highly recommend that. Hannah Edlin, which is the second one, she even did cooking demos up in northern Kentucky at the farmer's market and loved every minute of it. So it's a great way to get a different audience and everything to your markets. They may even do private events. If you do farm to fork events, anything like that, just let us know. So Kentucky Proud Buy Local. So one thing any business needs is customers, right? So by direct marketing, farmers are connecting consumers to their farms, their products through the farmers markets, their CSAs, their on-farm markets, and their agritourism activities. Consumers want to buy local seasonal products from farmers. They want the farmers that they know. They want to put a face on their food. They want to talk to the growers and just ask you questions. Customers want an experience while making lasting memories. When they're coming out on the farm, when they're doing a farm to fork dinner, when they're doing an agritourism opportunity, they want to make memories with their family. You guys are the one that's going to provide that. You give them an experience when they come out on their farm or when they're shopping with you. So how many sales at a farmer's market? Oh, that's it? Well, we're going to have to, okay, when you get your meat sales, your Kentucky Proud, your Homegirl My Heroes, and your meat sales, we're going to have you selling at the farmer's market. Farmers markets here in Kentucky, we do ask all of our, he's going to say, I'm never sitting in the front of the room again or raising my hand for anything. Farmers markets is part of our program with Kentucky Department of Ag. We ask all of the farmers markets to register with our office. And very simple, very free to do. All they do is just fill out a little bit of information. We have 174 farmers markets here in the state of Kentucky, and I think about 115, 116 counties. This number right here I think said 115, but I think we got 116 counties that host a farmers market. Many counties have more than just one market, but the markets are very successful. We got Wayne County Farmers Market representatives and everything here, and just great. I mean, I think you all sell out a lot of times when you've got consumers and customers that come there. So this is a great way for you to start your business up. So if you haven't got into something and you're wanting to do a test run or a trial, go to the farmers market. It's a great way to get customers to try some of your products, some of your home-based processing products, some of your home-based micro-processing, before you take that next step to possibly go to commercial. So I think I've only got one copy left, but we do have out on our website, our farmers market manual. This is a manual that we put out every 2 years. It's about 100 pages, so please don't print out with your personal printer. Just ask me and I can send you a copy of it. This is going to be a guideline. I know it'll say farmers market, but it's for anybody that's wanting to get into sales. So if you want to figure out how to sell honey, if you want to do meat products, dog treats has been a big thing. Home-based processing, home-based micro-processing, wine sales. It's got all of the permits and information. Front of the book, it has a list of all of Kentucky Department of Agriculture's resources, like our contact information. Then right behind that, you've got University of Kentucky. Then we have all of our partners in there with KCARD, KSU, Kentucky Farm Bureau. So we have all of our partners listed in there too. So just kind of a wealth of information. We do update it every 2 years. One of our biggest partners is the Department for Public Health Food Safety. We always want to make for sure that food safety has all of the information up to date. So agritourism here in Kentucky. How many has ever thought about having people come out on your farm? Oh, I'm getting more hands. I took my husband over to Evans Orchard. Has anybody ever been over to Evans Orchard? Over in Scott County. Took him over there to pick up something that I had to have for a conference, and I said, ride with me. He said, these people are crazy. I took him over there right in the middle of pumpkin season in October. He said, why would you have this many people on your farm? And then we hosted the Farm City Field Day and had over 500 people, and he goes, what was I thinking? So agritourism, how we defined it here in Kentucky, and also in a Kentucky Revised Statute, is visiting a working farm or any agriculture, horticulture, or agribusiness for the purpose of enjoyment, education, or active involvement in the activities of the farm or the operation. We do have that defined again as in the KRS. We also do have liability warning signs that you can purchase from our office. Jody's going, yes. They will not protect you from a lawsuit, but if they will give a post and everything, and it's a warning notice that you're not going to be held liable, but everybody knows just because you've got to sign up, somebody can always still sue you if they want to do that. But it gives them an opportunity. We have over 600 registered agritourism locations, so that includes our farmers markets, but that's a wealth of everything, and I'll go through that list in just a minute. Ann Harney is new to our office. God love her. She started with us right at State Fair time. So she, I know, was overwhelmed because we are all boots on the ground during State Fair. But she is our new contact, and she has just hit the ground running, and so excited about having her on board. So here is some of the opportunities that you have with an agritourism and how we kind of define agritourism. So you've got a list of everything. So he said breweries, he said distilleries, or he said a winery, horse farms. So he's all about agritourism, listening to Mr. Allen talk. So all the different things, roadside markets, farm stores, those are usually our Kentucky Farm Bureau certified farm market programs, the livestock, farmers markets, farm stays. A lot of people are realizing now it's a great opportunity to build something to where somebody can come and stay on your farm. Up in Grant County, they've got the Ark, and up at the Ark, there's not a lot of hotels and everything, so we've got one of our farms, Country Pumpkins, that actually went in and built a farm stay on their farm, provides them with a little bit of education. Does anybody know what this animal is down here in the bottom? We're coming up on Santa Claus and everything, you know, in December, the ho-ho-ho, and that is Muloff. Muloff is a reindeer at the reindeer farm in Bowling Green, and it's the coolest thing to see a reindeer and just to watch the kids, but we have all sorts of different types. Of course, we just wrapped up our big fall harvest, which was our U-picks, and not our U-picks, but our pumpkin patch and corn mazes, and so I always love our agritourism that we have. So agritourism offers an opportunity for you to build relationships, not only just with the tourism offices, but also with the school groups, the school kids. We are going to be sending anybody that is in our system with Kentucky Proud that is doing agritourism, we will be sending you an email and something to complete, like a little survey that's going to ask you information. So Jessica, you'll probably be getting that. We are trying to, in March, we're going to have ag education, and we're really pushing to have kids out on the farm to do farm training, to do education, school trips. So we're going to be asking you just some general information about your farms, and if you are interested in hosting those are going to be going to the schools and to the teachers, and hopefully get you all a little bit more recognition, as well as providing education the right way and everything to our kids. But this is over here, the snow tubing, and you'll see a Christmas tree. A lot of our farms have decided that they're going to kind of branch out a little bit more. This is over Devines, over in Harrodsburg, over in Mercer County, and it's been kind of cool. They start out the season with the roadside market, and they actually have vegetables and produce and everything at their farm market stand. They take it on into a haunted corn maze. They also have a pumpkin patch and a lot of fall activities. There was a downtime between that and between the growing season in spring, so their son Jason decided that he was going to add some Christmas. So they did Christmas lights and they did snow tubing. Kentucky weather has not been very cooperative to have fake snow. So he's still working on that, and they've been doing an amazing job. So it's a great way to diversify your farm and just to bring some more things out onto the farm. So Joni is going to be doing a session talking about manufacturing, commercial manufacturing and value added and some different. But I wanted to put in there because a lot of times when you hear me say too, selling at a farmer's market is going to give you exposure to maybe try to do something different. So those things that you can do, you try them at the farmer's market, the customers are going nuts over it, and they go, you need to go retail. So when you go retail, that's talking about commercial manufacturing. So our partner that we work with, Department for Public Health Food Safety, they actually have a commercial food guide. So there is both of their websites that tells about the commercial manufacturing, and it also tells you where a commercial kitchen is if you don't want that expense of building a commercial kitchen. It is highly expensive to build a commercial kitchen. You've got to make for sure that you reach all of the guidelines of plumbing inspector, electrical inspector, all of those. But she's looking at you like she wants you to build her a commercial kitchen. I thought maybe. I was going to try and help you out. But the food safety office, sometimes when we say food safety or health department inspectors, you kind of get a little bit of a fear, or you go, I don't want to talk to them. They're the enemy. They're really not, Jessica. Just go with me on this. They're not an enemy. They're going to help you go through things and walk through things. They're going to make for sure that you do it right. They're going to protect you. They're going to protect the consumer. And it's going to make everybody happy. But permits for home-based processing, home-based microprocessing, those are all with the Department for Public Health Food Safety. So talking about farm to retail, we've got an office of Marketing that Deanne Elmore, and she's the coordinator for this program, and she works directly with our farmers that's wanting to get into the big stores. So they're wanting to go retail. So a lot of things that she does, she'll help you to get into the preparation of what you need to do to go to that next level. Also the placements as far as what you need to do to get in line, and even the activations. She follows you all the way through it to see those. Here is some of the box stores that we do work with that sources a lot of Kentucky Proud products, and our folks have been able to get into the retail store. So Kroger's, if you go in Kroger's, you will see a Kentucky Proud kiosk that is in the store that's got a lot of our Kentucky Proud products. You will also see there's also individual stores that you can go to that are like gift stores or specialty stores that will have Kentucky Proud products. So this is Deanne's information. So if you're thinking about, I've already done the farmer's market thing, everything's working good, I want to take it to the next level. This is even talking, though, fruits and vegetables as well. So if you grow a large amount of products that a store could possibly source from, get with us and we'll see if we can get you a new customer. We'll see how I'm doing on time. I can't believe I haven't went over yet. So resources. Some of the resources that we've got, I always try to, I know we've probably got these folks in the room and they've probably already done a presentation, but I always feel like that I always need to cover those and put those as a resource for you all. So as they always say, teamwork makes the dream work. We partner up with a lot of these folks that you will see out here in the hallway. Make for sure that you talk to them. There are resources for you to use. They've got money that's available. They've got programs that's available. They may give you free stuff. Like Joni's got the small scale farm grant. That's a $5,000 cost share grant that you don't have to pay back. But there's some great opportunities and everything for you. So let's see if we know any of these folks in the room. But Kentucky Office of Agriculture Policy used to be called GOAP. So the Governor's Office for Ag Policy is now Kentucky Office of Ag Policy. It is part of Kentucky Department of Agriculture. They have helped many of our producers. They have helped many of our farmers market to get a new farmers market structure. I know Taryn with K-Card has worked with many of those folks to go through that process. Also the CAPE Funds. CAPE Funds is a county agriculture incentive program or investment program. We talked about that and they said they were probably going to change it, I think, to incentive program. So now they got me confused. How many has applied for that? That's a monthly, that's a yearly program that you can apply. Usually it's either Cattlemen's Association is over that, your Soil Conservation Office, maybe even your Extension Office could be over these programs. This is, again, tobacco settlement funds that came in that is funding this. This can help you with infrastructure. At one time it was doing on-farm fencing and on-farm waters. I don't think they're doing on-farm waters anymore, but they can do line fencing. Are they doing on-farm waters? Okay, I thought somebody told me no. Okay, because I was going to say there was one that I mentioned, but they have helped with a lot. If you're a Kentucky Proud member, you're going to get a few bonus points to go along with that. So this has been a great opportunity. Plus, too, the Kentucky Highlands has got low interest loans that you could possibly check out. And then our partners that you see, Grow Appalachia, K-Card, Kentucky Proud Program, Kentucky Horticulture Council, the KSU Small Grant, all of those are part of this funding through the ag development. So the next one, we've got Ms. Fran McCall in the back of the room, is the Kentucky Farm Bureau Certified Farm Market Program. We partner a lot because I always say, my people are her people are my people. So this is a great program. You have to just be a member of Kentucky Farm Bureau and not necessarily have to have your insurance there, but just to be a member. If you have an on-farm market on your farm, this is a great way for you to market your farm. This has just been a great experience because they do a lot of marketing. So they have a monthly magazine that goes out to what, Fran, over 4,000 members? 400,000, what did I say, 4,000? 400,000, sorry, boy, I really slacked it back. 400,000, I'm sorry, I didn't put as many zeros in there. But 400,000 members, and your information is going to be going out. And so that's a great way to do marketing. Fran does an amazing job with educational sessions that wants to reach out to how it's going to affect your programs. She also does regional farmers or regional farm market sessions to where you can go out on each other's farms and just kind of look to see what they're doing. Networking has always been a great opportunity. Fran's information's here. She's also got a booth set up out front, so make sure you talk to her before she leaves. Then we also have Kentucky State. Of course, I'm not going to say a whole lot on that because you've heard so many times. Third Thursday thing. Yesterday, normally we have a really outstanding Third Thursday thing. We have a little bit of a excitement yesterday, so but the show went on. And so, great resource. This is a free event for you to come to. They feed you. Usually the food is always amazing. They've got a mobile processing units. Steve Shelton was out here earlier that you can talk to, or Steve Skelton. Small scale farm grants, that's what we've talked about a lot with Joni Nelson, and you can reach out to Joni with that information. So we also have the Kentucky Horticulture Council. The one thing that they've got to aware, they wear a lot of hats, but the one thing too that they kick off the first of the year, and a lot of us will kick off the first of the year, is the Kentucky Fruit and Vegetable Conference. Has anybody been to that conference? That conference for the last few years has been held in Bowling Green. We're bringing it back to Lexington. So January the 6th and the 7th is going to be the actual conference. January the 5th is going to be pre-conference schedules with doing farmers market sessions from 4 to 6. So sorry you have to listen to me for just a little bit that day, but then the next 2 days is just full of all sorts of information from beginning farmer to experienced farmer. Fruits, pests, fruits, any information on growing fruits, disease, pest that you would possibly need to have. This is the conference that you want to go to. But the best thing about this conference, and really any conference you go to, is networking with each other. That's how you can pick up the ideas and to get that information. They also do so many other things. They started the flower training, the flower sessions. The flowers industry here in Kentucky is just gone crazy, and I think tomorrow they're going to be doing more flower workshops and everything. K-Card, we've got Miss Taryn Varney in the back of the room, and she is with K-Card. K-Card, anybody that comes into Kentucky or just says, I'm getting into farming, this is the first person I want to send them to because they can help with a business plan. They can kind of put you on that right path and that right direction. Taryn and all of her team members and everything has always been so great to work with, and we partner a lot on so many different things. So always reach out to them as well. Then we have University of Kentucky. They're one of our biggest partners that we also work with, along with the Department for Food Safety. We've done a lot of training and everything with them. They come out to our farmers market and they do a lot of times they're over the farmers market. They're either the market manager or they're a great resource. I know you've got down in Wayne County, I know you've got Glenn and you've got Terry that's always been a big resource and everything for you guys. But they do cooking demonstrations. The Kentucky Proud plated up recipe cards that I've got out there on my booth, that was something that the nutritional students worked on. They help you with price support. So if you need price records or need to know how you can mark some of your products, they've got price reports from the farmers markets. They also have price reports from the auctions. So CCD, I always want to say CDC or CCD, CCD, Center for Crop Diversification. Go into their website and join their newsletter. Their newsletter is a wealth of information that Brad and Emily and them work on. Dr. Tim Woods has always been such a great supporter of our farmers markets and doing sampling training, but always willing to jump in and do trainings. This is how you can locate us. We've got a Facebook page, a Twitter, an Instagram, and also our website. Our website for Kentucky Department of Agriculture is kyagr.com. And then also for Kentucky Proud to sign up, or if you're looking for a certain product, you can go into kyproud.com, and it has all of that information. And then most of all, always remember to thank a farmer and to buy Kentucky Proud. So for my farmers in the room, I greatly appreciate it, and I want to give another shout out. I know I have said this many times before, but when we went through COVID, we threw a lot of things at you guys. We threw a lot of restrictions. We said for the farmers market to be open, you have to do it this way. You've got to do it. You all are amazing. Anytime we've ever thrown anything towards you all have been absolutely wonderful. So I appreciate you guys. You guys make my job easy sometimes. David Neville in the room? No. Now, he doesn't, but everybody else does. But this is my contact information. So if you all want to reach out, if you've got questions, I also have cards up here. But does anybody have any questions? I need to see you after, because we're really going to work on you and get you all signed up. No questions? Is everybody still awake? Are you sure? I haven't heard no snoring. Guys, thank you all so much. It's been... Oh, we do. We got a Facebook page. We've got an app that is Drink Kentucky. That's the wine app. So if you go to any wineries or whatever, you can check in and possibly get put in for gifts and everything. So thank you for that. Jessica keeps me on track. I got my little scouts in the room or whatever. Taryn, do you have anything that you want to add, or make sure if any questions, check with Taryn. I think you did a presentation this morning, and I haven't got to sit in on anybody's yet. But guys, thank you all so much. I think I'm right at 2 minutes left. Usually I'm always over. Or I thought it was. I know. Guys, thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your conference. I appreciate you all.